The following video is not a joke, because this video is about ISIS. See, last year I heard about a city that was attacked by ISIS. I was in the area, so I went up close to see it. The location doesn't matter, but the visuals do, because ISIS has destroyed the city. I saw army checkpoints. I saw bulletproof vests, bomb destruction, airstrikes. I saw bullet shells, people who lost their homes, and even live gunfire.
Dude, this is not safe. Holy shit.
Between the army and ISIS terrorists.
This is an actual war zone.
You may think all of this happened in Syria or Iraq or the Middle East where ISIS started, but it didn't. This happened 5,000 miles away in a small town in southern Philippines called Marawi. And that's what shocked me the most. It wasn't the destruction, it was the reach of ISIS. How did they get so far? How did they destroy this peaceful village? Then I realized ISIS is not a person. It's an ideology. Anyone can have it anywhere. Here, 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 or here. It may even be your neighbor. That's why killing a terrorist is easy, but killing an ideology is hard. And I think that's exactly what the locals were trying to do. 5 miles away from the destruction, I saw a university that was open. Education, they said, is the best way to kill an ideology.
We are going to open our classes by August 21 because we are very confident that we are in a peaceful situation.
Women and men attended university even when bombs were falling in the background. Everyone disapproved of ISIS. Everyone wanted the war to end. And they did. 5 months later, the Philippines Army, with the help of the US Army, was able to liberate the city. This unique experience I do not recommend or wish to anyone, but it was a learning experience. It taught me that extremism is not just ISIS and not just Muslims. Anyone can become an extremist in any religion, in any country. We must fight it anywhere we see it, just like they did. Let's kill extremism before it kills us. See you next week. The following video is a true story. When I was a kid, I remember looking at the world map for the first time ever. And I remember when I first saw it, I was so disappointed. I was disappointed because, look, the whole world has been explored. We know every single inch of New York City and every tiny island in the middle of the ocean. There is nothing left to explore. But over the past week, I decided to put my disappointment aside and visit one of the hardest, most remote places in the world. It's the kind of place you can't go by yourself. It's the kind of place that gets no tourists. But with the help of the International Red Cross, I was able to get to the heart of a country that is considered as one of the most undiscovered countries in the world to this date. And what I explored there, I hope it makes you think twice before looking at the world map again. Because this is the story of Papua New Guinea. On your first day there, you'll realize that people don't see tourists very often. So when they see you and you see them, I kid you not, it's an instant love story.
This has never happened before.
Something as simple as the way they recycle cans is unique. They collect the big, bulky cans and dump them on the street. Then cars drive over the can and crush it. The person collects it, and the tribe recycles it. None of this is illegal, and all of this makes driving a car feel like you're helping the community. The way they wash their cars is also unique. Everywhere you go, you see water coming out of a hose. It is natural spring water that people turn into a car wash. You drive in, they clean you with fresh, spring, cold water, and you drive out without the machine, the wait time, nothing. It's amazing and it's really, really fun. My camera couldn't help but notice their looks. There are more than 800 tribes and 800 different looks. Some look scary like the Mudmen. Others look friendly like this one. You look nice. You look nice too. When I watched them celebrate their tradition and when they took me in as one of them, this is amazing. I honestly almost cried of happiness. This is a feeling that I didn't get anywhere else. All of this is the bright side of unexplored places that will never make the news and that, unfortunately, not many people care about. That's why I make these videos, because they should care. Because this, and this is actually objectively amazing. They also should care for what's bad in these countries too. The tribal warfare that still exists, the burned down airplanes, the burned down homes, and the destroyed lives of the most vulnerable still exist today. That's why organizations like the International Red Cross are exactly there to help. To go to the middle of nowhere and rebuild destroyed clinics. To supply entire schools with water. And to give building materials to those that have been left with nothing.
I love you guys coming in my country. This is my solidarity. This is my soil.
I love my community.
I love my pineapple.
I love my strawberries.
I love my water.
I love my peasant fruit.
I love my Papua New Guinea.
New Guinea, say it right. Papua New Guinea.
Just a week before this, I had no idea where Papua New Guinea is, and honestly, didn't have much interest. But when I found myself in the middle of it all, I realized the world map is just that, a map. And that the actual world has a lot of places left to explore and a lot of people left to help. The man next to me, Salvu, is very interesting. When I made a 1-minute video about his life, I didn't do it justice. So the following video is the full story of one of the most interesting people I've met in my life.
Are you ready for this?
I hope you are. This is Salvu. Without knowing him deeply, you'd think he's the loneliest old man. I mean, he's 66 years old.
No wife, no kids.
And on top of it all, he is one of only 3 residents on an island you can cross in an hour.
I never go to disco or to shops or nothing.
But the minute you meet this guy, you'll realize he is not lonely, he is different, and he is smart. Because no one is around to help him, he invents new things on his own. For a start, his boat. He couldn't push his boat by himself because it's heavy. So he built a whole system around it. He took a car engine, a remote controller, and lots of dedication to create a boat-moving machine that requires no humans to push it. This is one of the weirdest machines in his entire country.
This take me 5 years to make it.
The island he lives on is really, really beautiful, surrounded with clear blue waters, but it has no fresh water. So he built an entire solar-based system to dig fresh water out of the ground that is drinkable,
It's nice.
and that requires no energy whatsoever.
Fresh water from here.
If it isn't obvious by now, Salvo loves his environment and loves to engineer. So much that he took his diesel-powered ATV, you know, the not so environmentally friendly one, and turned it into a fully electric one. No noise, no harm to the environment, and he did it all by himself.
I am eco-friendly because I make my car electric, my quad bike electric.
Oh, he did the same to his golf cart as well. Salvo is not a pilot, but his dream has always been to fly. He loves flying so much, he bought a total of 11 drones, and one of them swims underwater.
Oh my, Malta. You are...
I think the only one there is in Malta.
And by the way, did I mention he's also a good hunter? All of this is only half of Salvo's life. The second half is the human side of this superhuman. His family moved to this island over 70 years ago because of a job that no longer exists. Soon after, everybody moved out and he had to close down his school because there were no more students. His brother,
Angelo,
suffered from kidney failure 7 years ago and moved to live with him. And that's where Salvo's humanity shows. He dedicated his day and night to help him. He transports his brother
Once every 2 days.
to the hospital for years, and he's never left the island in 7 years out of fear for his brother.
Wait, so this was supposed to fly?
Yes, it was going to be a hovercraft.
His grandiose projects of building a hovercraft, of course he would, have been put to a halt because...
Family comes first.
And that solar-powered golf cart he got, that was meant for his brother. At the end of the day, this is a guy living on an island, but he is not a lonely guy.
This guy is a legend.
He has a moving boat, solar-powered ATV, solar-powered golf cart, 11 drones, underwater ones, a freshwater system, family member, and a beautiful island with no distractions for a home. That's what makes Salvo one of the most interesting people you'll ever meet. But is he happy?
Yes, I am.
Are you lonely?
No,
What's next?
I don't know.
Yes, that was very beautiful.